How's it going, Charles Botenston? Today we're going to be talking about fear and the 3 stages of fear and how to actually overcome it. It's actually, I'm sorry, that's a lie. It's not about how to overcome it because you'll never overcome fear. You'll only learn how to deal with fear. It's the same thing with anything that you try new. Driving. Do you remember the first time you started driving or riding a bike or playing a sport? Or doing anything, going to school, going to another grade, maybe going from middle school to high school, going from high school to college, or graduating college, or getting your first job, or the first day at your job, what it was like. So there's 10 days for 3 stages that you're gonna go through. This isn't me. This is Brian Johnson. Highly recommend you look him up on YouTube. He has amazing videos about book reviews and just living in a way better life than we're living right now. So the first 10 days that you're gonna go through are unbearable. You try anything new. I was literally, last night, perfect example. I'm going to hockey, biking to hockey. I see this kid, he's probably, I don't know, 4 years old. He's on a bike, he has no training wheels. And I literally, as I'm going into the rink, I go around him and his mom's holding his bike. And I say, you got it. I say, you got it, man. You know, and the mom gave me a smile, and the kid, you could see the fear in his face. But as I turned, you could see that he noticed that I accomplished it. So why not me? You could see in his eyes. He said, why not me? Like in his face. I shit you not. The next time the mom let go, he crashed. The second time he started going, and I'm literally tying up my skates, and I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I'm like, that's awesome. He probably has been trying for a week. You know, you don't just go out the first time and you're like, oh, this is great. Calling for business, approaching pretty girls, marriage, children, mortgage, the real life, college, straight A's, social pressure, whatever. And you're like, oh, this is easy. The first 10 days are unbearable. You have to get through the first 10 days. I've talked about consistency so many times. Think of one thing in your life right now that you don't want to do. One thing you don't want to do. Are you a single guy or girl? Are you maybe going through some health problems, some weight issues, and you don't want to go to the gym or you don't want to actually eat healthy? Those first 10 days, nobody talks about, will be unbearable. They will suck. This is the biggest thing. Once you get past that, it's actually going to become uncomfortable. It's still uncomfortable after the first 10 days. The second 10 days, uncomfortable. And then the third 10 days, you're unstoppable. That's how it works. You have to be consistent. It's not like, oh, I went to the gym, take a week off. Day 2, 2 weeks later. Day 3, 3 weeks. No. 10 straight days of calling for business, of studying, approaching that pretty girl, eating healthy, going to the gym, raising a child, going to a new job, going to high school. Do you remember that? You know, like in my high school, it was 8th grade. So we were really young. It was 8th grade and 12th grade in the same school. And I remember like petrified, you know, this is funny. People were selling pool passes and elevator passes to a school that didn't have an elevator and it didn't have a pool. But we're so naive, people were buying this. And I remember, I'm like, no, I'm good. And I didn't know if there was a pool or an elevator pass. And these guys were like, listen, here it is. So the first 10 days, unbearable. Then the second 10 days, uncomfortable, and then you're unstoppable. You have to do it for 30 straight days. That's why they say habits. I've been doing literally my morning routine, and I went off the wagon for like a week. Not even a week, it was like 3 days. It is so hard to get right back into it once you've been off the wagon. In other words, doing something. In other words, I do a morning routine, then I go to the gym, and then I go to the work and make phone calls and eat healthy and da-da-da. Once you stop doing that for a day, you're like, okay, it was just a day, let's start over. 2 days, it is really hard. 3 days, it's like starting over again. Start over again. You have to go 10 straight days. Then you have to go 10 straight days, and then 10 straight days. Charles, what does that mean? 30 straight days, and I'm gonna tell you right now, yes, it sucks. How do you get over fear? Is action. That is the only way. You can't think your way out of fear. It's actually worse, because then you're thinking into what you don't want to think about, which is the emotions of actually doing it. You don't want to think into the emotions. The emotions control us, the thoughts do not. Thoughts of, I'm going to go approach that guy or that girl at the bar. The thought of it, you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But then you get that overwhelming sensation of, what if it doesn't work out? What if I'm embarrassed? What if she shuts me down? What if I'm rejected? What if she laughs at me? What if blah, 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 blah. It's not the thought of that. It's the emotion you feel from doing that. The potential rejection, all right? So the 3 stages, go out. That is the only way to overcome anything. And think back of a fear that you overcame. Have an awesome day. And obviously leave the comments below. I have some actually really good topics coming up. I'm at work. I got to get back to work. 8:29. Got to make some phone calls.